This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table.
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Goes air to air to deny them a chance. They're on the lookout for jump-ins. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Spends a little drive gauge here to go on the offensive. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Down to the wire. They can open up this round big by converting this. What a finish. Great meat on the life gauge there. Player one picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round two. Fight.
Checking their reactions with a fireball? How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Shinran hits. Hold your breath. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Looking to impress with this super. Shippujinrai hits. Good damage option there. Player two is working with a better game. What can they do with it? Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? A parry? Oh, what's this? The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. They quickly get back into the corner of the stage. Ooh, what a smart throw! Barely blocks the jump in. And all the throws connects. KO! Player one played with a lot of heart to pull off a tremendous win. Definitely one to watch. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow up here?
Gotcha.
Gets the jump in.
Gotcha.
Strings it all together. Decent damage. What's next? Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weak. Player one doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. The grab misses. The jump in is denied. Uses the drive rush here to steal their turn. Can't tech the throw. Knockdown. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Player makes a huge statement with that finish. Player one picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. Jumps. Gets the parry in and adds some pressure. Not a perfect parry, but I'll take it. They quickly get back into the corner of the stage. A quick breather. Oh, what's this? The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. It's a good spot to use the super. Uses the game for the super. They're not playing around here. We have super arts on deck. There's still a chance to turn this around. Gets the jump in. Finishes with the throw. This is the final round. They gotta lay it all on the table right here.
Final round. Fight.
Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Jumps? Player one, impact squat. Uses the impact to shave off some of their drive gauge. Meets them air to air. And hits them with a stop and pop. Player one will have, putting the cherry on top. Spends it all on the super. Not shy one bit about it. Good presence burns out. This may turn into a big chance. And they burn out in sync. Crowns them from above. Quick dash Tatsu. Player two is in a very good spot. A real test of nerves here. Targets, they are done. Player one delivers the upset. That's one for the replays.
Round one.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first.
Not so fast.
will gain control of the match in the early going. Hold your breath. Pay attention. Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. What's the play here? Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Projectile to try and change the situation. Throws them to negate the block. In a dire situation, they can't afford to KO. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. They've both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Brushes that off and keeps going. Goes with the safe stuff with that, looking to impress with this super triple Jinrai hit. Good damage option. Player 2 is working with a better, oh, what's this? There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Player 2 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Backs away. Not about that BFF life right now. Looking for a chance. Hits him with a stopping bomb. Uses the gauge for a super arm. Goes for the level 2 super eraser. Set up the punching bag. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Jump. This is gonna hurt. A quick breather. And they create enough. Oh, what's this? A thunderous drive impact to close the round. Player 1 faced a giant and walks away unscathed. What a win!
Round 1.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Absorbs the attack and fires back. Deals some damage with that quick combo. Decent damage. What's next? Player 1 with the life lead. Backs them into the corner. Huge opportunity here with no way to backdash out of danger. Box him with a target combo. Knockdown. Getting into the end game now. It's getting tense. Taking stock. With the life gap opening up. Gets him. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Absorbs the punish counter, gives them a great opening here to do big damage. It's a good spot to use the super. Player 1 has a slight life lead. There's been some back and forth, but no one has dominated the fight. Smart play with the throw. What's the next move? Jeez, how do they read each other so well? Flashes him. What'll happen here? Player 2 hits him with a stopping bomb. This is a turning point. They gotta turn it around. Barely blocks the jump in. Are they thinking about how to steal this round? Looking for a chance. Wow, Saturn Wave finishes them with a drive impact. Player 1 played with a lot of heart to pull off a tremendous win. Definitely one to watch.
Round 1.
Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. The super armor does its job. Deals some damage with that quick combo. What's going to follow the combo? Goes air to air to deny them a chance. Decides to go in with the target combo. Denies the jumping attack with a jumping attack of their own. Opts for the throw. Closes the gap for the grab. Lays on the pressure with the projectile. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Player 1 is down to the wire. There's a punish counter. This can lead to something very big if they can capitalize. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Combo with the target combo. And a super activation. Looking to score some juicy damage. All right, what's coming up next? The pressure is snipes them out the air. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. Hits them with a stopping bomb. Jinrai kick for a mix-up. Connects with medium kick. Throws them to negate the block. A quick breather. The fighters return to the middle of the stage. Escapes the corner to reset the situation. Goes for the jump in. Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. Brushes that off and keeps going. Player 2 will have to deal with, uses the gauge for a super art. Cashes out on a Shippujira. Player 1 on super art. Too slow. It's time to go in. The Pale Rider snatches them. They're looking to end things right here. Ugh. Doesn't touch the throw. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight.
Open, sets up with the jump in. Gets the comp, drops them. Sandblast. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. It'll be interesting to see how the throw connects. Takes advantage of the hesitation and gets some good damage in return. Impact counter! Oh, that's so sick! Player 2 is on the brink of disaster. Holy, nothing stops this train. Cart links it. Amazing! Any throw will whiff at that range. Who will set the bait at this range? Checks with a sandball, drops them from the air. Connects with the throw. Both sides getting ready. Player 1 is in a very good spot now. A lot of who are they swinging at? Are you kidding me? Player 1 delivers the upset. That's one for the replays.
Round 1.
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Hits them with a stopping block. Goes with the safe stuff with that target. The corner makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Keeping them in the corner will only produce more damage opportunities. Player 1 down to the wire. There's a punish counter. This can lead to something very big if they can capitalize. A drive impact. Both players with no drive in the tank. Knockdown. Plenty of space between the fighters. What will be their approach? A good chance here to recover the drive gauge or figure out the next step. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Heading into the end game now. Gets them. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. Checks them with the projectile. The jump-in is denied. Oh! This is gonna be bad news. Hits back with the drive impact on the recovery. This punish counter presents a huge chance. Sneaks in above. You can open up chances to do big damage by baiting something out, getting that opening, and then jumping in. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. Super Arts on deck for both fighters. How they approach the situation will be interesting. Our fighters are at a standstill. What's the play here? Attempts to break the stalemate with a fireball. Misses the grab. Springs forward with the drive rush. Sets up with the jump in. Experiencing burnout. And whiffs. They're wide open. Sneaks in the throw. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Denies the jumping attack with a jumping attack of their own. We're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. How are they going to deal damage? What's the play here? Throws them down. What are they thinking here? You can use a drive rush like that there to maintain the pressure. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Goes for the throw. Player 1 is just about out of drive after that. How much? Hold your breath. Hey now, what are you doing? Combo with the target combo. Takes the chance to hurt him. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Projectile to try and change the situation. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Sticks the jump in. Anything could happen here. There's space to make something happen here, and neither fighter looks willing to back down. This is a drive rush to keep it going. All right, what's coming up next? Attempts to break the stalemate with a fireball. KO! Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round 2. Fight.
Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. Sees it coming and blocks it out.
Gotcha.
Forcefully closes the gap. Brings out the super art. How is this gonna work out for them? Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here. They just made that very tricky combo look easy. That's how you know they're on another level. Brushes that off and keeps going. This is a turning point. They gotta turn it around. Barely blocks the jump in. The punish counter gives them a great in there. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point.
Out of my way. Fight. Round. Fight.
Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. Player 1 managed their drive gauge well to create lots of opportunities for themselves. Let's see if they can maintain this rhythm. Breaks it! Excellent damage on that! Bolt crowns them from above. All in with a rush! Raw super art incoming. What were they thinking? Player bears a burnout. Oh, stun! Bad news is on the way. Get more fuel for the fire. Hook them up. Can they make the most of this? Tusk uses their drive gauge. Player 2. This can lead to some big damage. Clutch read on that impact. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Player 1 has a full drive gauge, but is on the brink of death. Fires up, sets up with the jump in. They're using a fireball to force a reaction. Looking to follow up after that target combo. Checks with a sandbar. Flatline zone. Player 2 made some smart moves there. Great game.
Round 1.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Combo with the target combo. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Will they incorporate that full drive gauge they have into their game plan? Looking for a way to incorporate their drive. Perfect air-to-air. They're on the lookout for jump-in. Box him with the target combo. Takes the chance to hurt him. Decent damage. What's next? Player 1 chases them down. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. The jump-in is denied. Taking takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. All right, what's coming up next? Player 1 will want to take advantage of their meter lead while they have it. Good job blocking the jump-in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. One shot is all both fighters need to close this out. Digs in deep to get that drive in. KO! Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with?
Round 2. Fight.
Checking their reactions with a fireball? Are we going to see some fireworks here? Nails the anti-air. Player 1 did a great job of reading their opponent up close that last round. Can they keep the momentum? This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Both fighters have plenty of drive to work with, but how they make their approach will be key. It'll be interesting to see how both players utilize their drive gauge to dictate the terms of the match. Uses the target combo as a filler. Shoots off a fireball up close. Fireballs are risky, but if the opponent doesn't jump, they're one of the best ground game tools. Jumps in. Breaks the block with a throw. Going in? Not much life left, but their drive usage may save them. Oh my god, they just choked it up! Tries to act quickly, but whiffs the attack. Like, ooh! They can't squander this punish counter chance. All in with a rush. So little life of fireball at that range. Player 1 faced the giant and walks away unscathed. What a win! They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Throws them to negate the block. Was well in range to score the throw. Strikes back with the drive impact. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. Good job here in giving themselves a chance to gain the upper hand. I can't keep track of these corner switches. Gets out of the corner. Plenty of space between the fighters. What will be their approach? The jump in is denied. Knockdown. Player 2 can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if they can find openings to use their drive. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? That gets him. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling.
Round 2. Fight.
Overdrive art? Are we going to see some fireworks here? Fantastic reactions there. Smart play there to go for the air-to-air. Even if it can't lead to a combo, it's low risk but effective. Trent ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Player 2 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? Looking for a chance. Barely blocks the jump in. Knockdown and player blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. Player 2 is not in a good place health-wise, but with a super art in play, ooh, what's this? What's gonna happen? A thunderous drive impact to close the round. That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Cross up block. Track that jump nicely. We're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Parries the attack, and a parry here puts drive gauge in the bank, which really could help later in the round. They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. Good job here in giving themselves a chance to gain the upper hand. The super armor does its job. Solid combo. Both fighters are trying to decide their next move. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Timely side switch there, there's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Closes with the throw, hitting him with the smart stuff. That's player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Opts to create space to start. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. You know their fireball game is solid because they're only throwing it when their opponent can't jump them. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Drive gauge management here is going to be vital. Both fighters will have to decide whether they want to go with an all-out offense powered by their drive or play it safe and conservative. The engagement here will have a huge effect on the rest of the match. Flashes him. It's a good spot to use the super. Oh wow, look at the damage that did. Fantastic work with that combo. Not much life left, but their drive usage may save them. Adds a bit of OD spice there. Oh, genius read with that throw escape. So, what's next? A jump in? Gene-right kick for a mix-up. Their life is hanging by a thread. Gotta do better than that. Impact counter! Oh, that's so sick. All in with a rush. The drive gauge is screaming for more attention. Takes him down with a tail rider. Time for some ground and pound. Too good. This is Benson on the fireball. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks.
Final round. Fight.
Who's going to steal win! Tries to bait out a reaction to a fireball. Fires without warning. The match just started. It's anyone's game. Player 1 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. What separates the good from the great in this game is smart gauge management. And eats it! They may be planning to spend their drive gauge here. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. They gotta be careful not to overextend or their opponent might go for a side switch. Quick medium poke! Throws them! Amazing! They were ready to pounce on that impact! Player 1 crowns them from above! Breaks it off! Pokes with a kick! Yoshirai keeps and connects with the throw! What a statement with that fireball! They're taking a step back to slow down the pace. Can this drive bring them back? Not in range for the throw. There's a burnout. Damn! They picked this time to bust this out? It is over! I've seen a lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this one.